Cuyahoga County Council Public Works Procurement and Contracting Committee meeting is now called to order. Janine, would you please call the roll?
And just as a reminder to all who are in attendance, this meeting is being recorded and live streamed on the county's YouTube page. Calling the roll, Mr. Jones.
Here.
Mr. Castleberry. Here. Ms. Conwell is absent. Mr. Miller.
Here.
Mr. Sweeney.
Present.
There is a quorum.
Thank you. Janine, has anyone signed in for public comment?
No, Mr. Chair, no one is signed in.
This time, do we have anyone who would like to make public comment?
We have no one signed in.
All right. And at this moment, we will entertain a motion to approve our minutes from our January 21st, 2026 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The minutes are approved. Well, we have 8 or 9 items that have been referred to committee today. And Janine, would you take a moment and read our very first item into the record?
Resolution number 2026-0023, amending resolution number 2022-0221, dated 9/13/2022, which will award a total sum not to exceed $1,000 to the City of Fairview Park for the Public Facility Regional Environmental Improvement Project.
All right, Trevor.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Trevor Mackler, County Council staff. This resolution in front of you today is a reallocation of a 2022 award that the funds have already been provided to the City of Fairview Park, but the use of those dollars need to be changed because that project did not go forward. The mayor and his staff and some others from Fairview Park are here and are going to provide a presentation, but this is simply a reallocation of existing funds that have already been provided to the city. So this is not a new $1 million award.
Okay, thank you. And I actually spoke to the councilman, Pat Kelly. It certainly was his desire to be here today, but he had another pressing engagement.
That's correct, yes. He was going to submit a letter, but I think I recommended to him that he just talk to you about that. And I think the rest of the committee members understood.
His support for the project, so excellent. All right, thank you. Is there someone who's here to speak to this matter?
Good morning. I'm Mayor Schneider. Nice to see you all. I'm going to let Megan Otter, our Assistant Development Director, speak about the project, and she'll give you all the details. Thank you.
A PowerPoint. Okay. I am Megan Otter, the Assistant Development Director with the City of Fairview Park.
And my name is Kaylin Fitzpatrick, and I'm a support specialist for the Development and the Service Department.
So we are here to reallocate the funds that we received in 2022. We had a change of scope for the new project, and it is for the Service Garage Improvement Project in the existing service garage. So the original project was at the existing service garage located at City Hall. And the new scope is to purchase a new property for that service garage and relocate it out of City Hall. And the new facility will serve as a central hub for sewer maintenance, public works operation, fleet storage, service department administration, and union employees. So we are asking for the reallocation of the $1 million. Like I said, the city accepted the funds in 2022. We worked with R.E. Warner, which is a professional design firm, on trying to fit a service garage at the existing location. In 2024, we received a new mayor and a new service director. So we paused while the administration reviewed the plans, and we realized we were in limited space. An analogy we like to use, we were building a 2-bedroom house for a family of 5. Wasn't working. So we have decided to relocate that location to a new site. The new site provides room for more equipment, staff, improving service speed and reliability for residents. The current operations at the existing City Hall site are fragmented into 3 different parts, and the new site will accommodate that to be all in one location. And the new site also provides more parking, which is a challenge at the existing site. Our senior center is very active, and we get about 100 people at lunches and various events. So it's hard to get trucks in and out, personnel in and out. So this would give that opportunity.
So this is a map of the existing service garage, and as Megan was saying, the service department is now fragmented into 3 different areas across the City Hall campus. So at the southernmost part, we have the service yards. This is where stuff like the fleet, the wash station, the salt dome is all located in that area. Then if you move a little bit to the north west, we have the personnel locker rooms and storage for the union employees. And the service department administration is located within the larger City Hall building. So the service department shares this parking lot with the senior center and then also all of the City Hall employees, so like police, fire, admin. So as Megan said, this lot can get very crowded at times, especially when the senior center has an event or something going on like that. It can be almost impossible to find a spot in that lot. So the proposed new site is going to alleviate some of these parking challenges that we've been facing at the existing site. So the new property has been vacant for the last 10 years, and it went on the market in fall of 2025. And the city will be purchasing the site for $990,000, subject to city and county council approval. And we're also working with R.A. Warner for professional designs for a new service garage. And the ARPA funds are going to be allocated for the purchase, design, and construction, engineering of the new site. And this new site also contains a 30% increase in acreage as compared to the existing site, which positions the city for future growth and future expansion.
The timeline for the project is pretty aggressive, but we had a lot of time to assess the needs of our service department. So we'll be purchasing the property February of this year, hopefully going to our city council February 17th with that purchase agreement, and then going to continuing designing and engineering, and then bidding the project August through October of 2026, and then hopefully construction November 2026 and for about a year. Again, this is aggressive and it's all subject to change, but we have done a lot of the legwork in the last 4 years. And then the initial cost breakdown, the property, we will acquire it for $990,000. Design and engineering is around $310,000 for initial cost of 1.3. And then we will have an interior build out and construction down the road.
And then just to highlight some of the key impacts of this project. So this project is going to strengthen the city's ability to deliver reliable, high-quality public services to residents. And we do recognize that this facility is going to be an investment, and we believe that it's going to support long-term fiscally responsible planning and also reduce operational costs in the long run by providing covered storage for things like equipment and vehicles and things like that. This new property is also located in close proximity to LMI households, which are disproportionately affected by service delays, infrastructure failures. So having this facility located where it is, it's going to enhance response times for essential public works and provide timely and reliable maintenance for these residents. Also, relocating the salt dome from the existing service garage to the new property is going to protect Coe Creek, which is the main tributary for the city of Fairview Park that flows into the Rocky River. So protecting that, because that is right on the southernmost part of the service garage, so it butts up like right against the salt dome. So moving that is going to protect not only Coe Creek, but also that flowing into the Rocky River and ultimately Lake Erie from any possible contamination. And then, overall, this project is going to address critical space and operational constraints that we're currently facing that affect our core city services, and just kind of ensure that the city can adapt to growth and that we can continue to serve current and future residents safely and effectively. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you. One question on the purchase price was $990,000, and I see it was a 30% increase in the acreage from your previous site. But do you know the actual acreage that you're acquiring for that dollar amount?
I believe it's 2.7 acres.
Yeah.
Any questions from the committee? Councilman?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Great presentation. And kudos to the new administration coming in jumping in right away and focusing on this project and finding where the funds were and reallocating it. So where is it located? Because I'm kind of familiar. You said everything about except somewhere in Fairview, right?
It will be in Fairview. The problem with giving out the address, we don't want someone to come in and swoop in and
Oh,
offer. a
no
land
problem. I
address.
thought this was all done.
Yeah.
It's by Columbia Road to the right. No, just,
It is along a main road in Fairview Park.
doesn't matter.
And
Yeah.
it is
I was just
accessible.
wondering, you guys did a good job. I was just curious because travel a lot. And with the, I'm very familiar with the senior center because I get, Mrs. Biggs was there and Nancy, and the parking is terrible. Yeah. What are you known, by going down Lorraine past the city hall, everybody cuts through that one street to avoid
Fair Park.
210.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I always notice is the police cars underneath the overhang. Is that staying? Because that's a tight area too. Is this going to improve that?
So this has developed into with the reworking of this, we are looking at a whole campus project now. So we are in the process of remodeling City Hall in total, which would include the police department. We got money from Max Miller to do an earmark for that project for police and fire. There'll be an addition, completely renovation of City Hall. So this is part of a very large campus rework of City Hall.
And through the chair, those comments just made this even cooler.
Yeah,
It's not just leaving. Leaving causes that to happen.
yeah.
And that's a master plan plus.
Correct.
Plus an
Correct. And-
auxiliary bonus to it.
Yeah.
Well, keep up the great work. We love bordering you in Cleveland, and, well, now we're glad we got that Rocky River separating us, right? Metro Park. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, thank you for being here today. I appreciate the presentation. So just for my understanding, it's with the new project with you, the money that was granted by Congressman Miller, so that wasn't part of the original plan when you first sought this grant? I know it was before your time, Mayor, right, that this was?
Correct,
was
so
that-
this has evolved because our HVAC system at City Hall needs to be completely redone. So with opening up walls, might as well rework the whole space. And then as was stated, our police cars are being covered by old, I think, Sonic drive-through covers. So again, to Kaylin's point, we're buying all this new equipment, but we're not taking care of it. So we're just trying to, be fiscally responsible and have longevity.
Understood. And one follow-up too. So with the original project, you were granted $1 million for the service garage part of it. So can you just tell me what that project was going to cost, the whole project? And now what does the new project entail? Like as far as, do you have a price, an estimate on that?
I don't have either. We never got that far with the first project. With the administration change, that's where we kind of stopped because of that analogy of a two-bedroom house for a family of five. And Ari Warner was in full support of us pausing and reassessing because the original plan was to keep the existing garage and then build a smaller facility next to it. And again, that wasn't going to work with the flow and improve parking or anything like that. And then we're still, as we progress with the purchase of this property, we'll get better cost estimates for the construction of the garage.
Understood. And then thank you. I didn't really need to know the exact prices. What I was getting at
Yeah.
is I see that you're in an overcrowded campus.
Yeah.
I like growth. I like to see that new building going up. So it sounded like it was going to be a bigger project. I was just trying to wrap my head around what
Yeah.
the changes were. But either way, I appreciate the work you're doing
Yeah.
over there. Thank you.
Further questions from the
Yes. What was the original project and how is this different from what was originally planned for this money?
The original project was to keep the existing service garage building on site and add an additional building. Right now, we just have a small garage with sheds, and it was to put a new building to allow for more lifts and storage, and it wasn't going to fit. So that's where we paused, and it wasn't gonna sustain the city for long-term. And then now the new project is to buy property to build a brand-new service garage and house service personnel, union employees, and have everyone under one space.
So it's the same general purpose, but a
Correct.
different strategy.
Exactly.
Okay. The initial project cost is listed as $1,000,003. What's the source of funds for the other $300,000 not being covered by the ARPA money?
They'll just come out of, we increased our sewer rates last year, so that we will cover that cost with that additional funding.
And what's the estimated construction cost and timetable for when you get to the full construction?
We're hoping next year of 2027, late 2027, but we do not have a cost estimate for that yet.
And what's the current population of Fairview Park and how has it changed over the last 50 years?
So it depends on which census you look at, but if you look at the old census, 17,271, I believe. Currently, the estimates are about 16,890, I believe. So slight decrease. Essentially, people are having fewer children, so fewer people in a single-family home.
And do you have some sense of what the population was 50 years ago? Has it been relatively stable? Has it been going up and going down?
It's been relatively stable. 50 years ago, I'd say that would be, 1975. I think it capped out around 19,000.
Not a huge difference.
No. Essentially, we have not added much housing. The city was fully built out by the mid-1970s, so the housing has not really changed. It's just the makeup and the demographics.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Best wishes for success on this project.
All right, if there are no further questions, we will entertain a motion.
Second.
All right, it's been properly moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it. Now, for clarity, this is for full 3 readings. Did you need anything other than 3 readings? And
If we
I,
could push it up, that would be wonderful, but I'm not going to push our luck, so.
okay. And I asked something I shouldn't have asked anyway, because with ARPA dollars, we go 3 readings anyway. So,
Whatever works for you guys.
all right. But again, thank you for being here.
Councilman Miller, tell the day.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
may I ask that my name be added?
let's add Council President's name to this item.
And mine as well.
Councilman Sweeney's. Councilman Castleberry's, and add Councilman Purnell Jones as well.
And can I ask
I
Councilman?
have no doubt that Councilman Pat Kelly's name is already attached.
Through the chair to Councilman President Miller, can you give him the date when the last one could be done? Dale's good at math, just to tell you when the 3rd reading will be
Yeah,
over.
that would be nice.
So, it would, see, there will be one more meeting in February and then the meeting in March. I believe it's March 10th.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank
All
you.
in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, again, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So, Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
I stand corrected. We still have our first meeting in February coming up next week, and then it'll be the following meeting on February 24th for final passage. Won't have to wait till March.
okay, all right, thank you. All right, Janine, feel free to read our next item into the record.
Resolution number 2026-0038, making an award on requisition number 16255 to Shermer Construction in the amount not to exceed $2,316,572.50 for replacement of existing Ridgewood Drive Bridge number 03.50 over West Creek in the city of Parma.
Morning, Eric Mack. This project, we have 4 bids for it, and the lowest bid is an SBE firm, Shermer Construction, and the bids came in well under our estimate at $2.3 million, and that is nearly $1 million less than our estimate, which is great. as well as the funding for this project, we got a federal grant for, that covers 80% or 1.9 million. And we have another grant that also helps pay for this for the remainder of 500,000. So it's not costing the Road and Bridge Fund any money. The replacement of this bridge was built back in 1925, and it is an arch bridge, and we are going to replace it in kind. So it'll be similar, but we're adding sidewalks large enough to have a future bike path put down Ridgewood. So this ties directly into the Big Creek Reservation. And I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Mr. Chairman. Thank you for the presentation. This is an area I'm really familiar with. Question about the bids. So obviously Shermer was quite a bit lower than you expected. Were all the bids in that ballpark though? So
They were all under our estimate.
All of them were under.
Even the fourth, the largest estimate was still under our estimate, which is a great problem
Yeah.
to have.
No, that's good. It seems unusual actually, but it's good to hear. I like that news. I do love the idea with the bike path for future expansion. It's something that area has been a dream of mine for years. I thought would be fantastic if they could ever figure that out, because it is quite a winding road. It's not pedestrian friendly at all, and at least we're laying the groundwork for that for the future.
And currently, it doesn't have sidewalks on it. So
Yes,
we're making it better just by putting sidewalks on it.
I agree with that, but that's just in that area with the bridge.
Correct.
Yes, but
And the construction of this bridge will start this spring and be done this fall. So it'll be a very fast construction.
right. And that,
I would request second reading suspension as well.
can I ask one more follow-up, Mr. Chairman? With this project, do you know the scope of the project? That's going to be, the traffic will be maintained, or is that road going to be closed?
The road's gonna be closed because it is an arch bridge and we can't tear down half of it.
Yeah.
It has to totally come down and therefore totally replace. So it'll be closed around where the bridge, so people can still access up to the project site.
Yeah.
And on the east side, they'll be able to access the Big Creek Reservation
Yeah.
parking lot.
With West, okay, can you?
West Creek, yeah.
Yeah, can you tell me again, the scope, the dates, the initial dates?
So for construction?
Yes.
So we would like second reading so that we can begin construction in late March, early April, and completion by October 1st.
Okay. All right, thank you. And Mr. Chairman, one more follow-up. I just, some of the reason I'm asking, obviously with the traffic being closed, it is an issue, but it's very necessary. But I know someone from the Metro Parks, they did reach out asking about that, because they use that, they go back and forth between the old Camp Corday and that. So they had some concerns about that, but at least I'm going to let them know ahead of time. Appreciate the information.
And it's just one construction season, so
Yeah.
it's not lingering into the winter.
There's some hang-ups sometimes with progress, but I appreciate that. And Mr. Chairman, I'm not sure if my name has been added yet on this, but I want to make sure it is on this.
Any further questions from the committee? Not, we'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded for 3 readings. You need 2 readings.
Yes, please. Second reading is
I'd like to make a
suspended.
motion to second reading, pass the second reading under suspension.
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? All right. All right, thank you.
Resolution number 2026-0039, authorizing a grant agreement with U.S. Department of Transportation, Office of Federal Aviation Administration, and a total amount not to exceed $7,998,351 for the taxiway shifting Phase 1 construction project at the Cuyahoga County Airport.
Good morning, members of the committee. John Myers from the Department of Public Works. Mr. Chairman, members, I'm here today on 2 items. This first one is, both are similar, seeking authority to accept a grant which we have been awarded from the Federal Aviation Administration for the Cuyahoga County Airport. This first project is a safety and maintenance project. Our taxiway A, taxiway Alpha, is our main taxiway that runs parallel to the main runway. It is several decades out of major work and is in need of some serious investment. Also, the FAA has mandated us to shift it slightly north, further away from the main runway for safety reasons under new federal aviation guidelines. So this is a 2-year project. We're here today we've been awarded the grant. We've gone out to bid, but we're here today to just take care of the ability to accept these grants which are necessary for this investment.
All right, thank you, John. Any questions from the committee? All right, seems pretty straightforward. All right. Again, any suspensions needed?
I would appreciate it passing at your earliest opportunity under suspension if possible.
Okay, well, we'll entertain a motion from the committee.
So moved.
Second.
With suspension.
Properly moved with suspension and
And second.
seconded by Councilman Mark Castleberry. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Resolution number 2026-0040, authorizing a grant agreement with U.S. Department of Transportation, Office of Federal Aviation Administration, in a total amount not to exceed $2,611,694 for the Taxiway B reconstruction project at the Cuyahoga County Airport.
Thank you, members of the committee. John Myers again with Department of Public Works. This is, as I was sharing earlier, a second grant that we've been successful in procuring, roughly in $2.6 million. There'll be a local 5% match, and ODOT will also be participating with a similar sized match. But the primary funds are from the FAA. We're seeking your authority to go ahead and accept these grants. This is for an extension of Taxiway B, Taxiway Bravo. Currently, right now, we have no room at the inn. So by extending Bravo, we will facilitate further private investment and increase our capacity to house additional aircraft at Cuyahoga County Airport. Both these projects will result in approximately $20 million in new investment in our county airport. This project is a 1-year project, so it'll be a one and done in 2026 with your blessing to go ahead and accept.
John, you said that this will spur $20 million in future investment?
Let me just clarify. This is $20 million of direct investment, mostly federal funds, to increase the safety and maintenance and quality of the airport. But through these investments, we believe it will leverage additional private investments beyond that number.
Any questions from committee? If not, we will again entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to pass on our second reading.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
John.
John.
Resolution number 2026-0041, authorizing a revenue-generating agreement with Vocational Guidance Services in the amount not to exceed $345,711 for a lease of 14,601 square feet of space at the Southwest Adult Activity Center.
Good morning. Sarah Kamak. I'm the General Counsel for the Board of Developmental Disabilities. The next 5 items are all kind of related. These are leases of 5 of our buildings. We lease them to private providers where adult day services are being provided to adults with developmental disabilities. These leases began in 2020. This is a continuation of the leases. They're new leases. They're not amendments, but they are continuations of existing leases.
Questions from the committee?
They do a great job.
So you say a continuation. How long have you had this mix of 5?
Yes, these 5 buildings have been leased since 2020. There was a change to the Medicaid rules that didn't allow the Board of DD to continue to be a direct provider of services and also a funding source. So we continue to maintain our obligations as a funder of services, and then we found private providers to provide the direct services.
All right. Well, I'll make a motion, unless there are any questions, further questions. I'll make a motion that we move this to the full council. 3 readings?
Yeah, that will be fine. Since the buildings are occupied, we don't intend to have any changes. Yeah.
Second.
All right, properly moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Resolution number 2026-0042, authorizing a revenue-generating agreement with Saw Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $313,422 for lease of 17,609 square feet of space at the Beechwood Adult Activity Center.
This is the same deal.
Good deal. All right. All right. Again, if there are no further questions, again, our same motion.
Second.
Readings, properly moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Resolution number 2026-0043, authorizing a revenue-generating agreement with Saw Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $111,389 for lease of 16,171 square feet of space at the Maple Heights Adult Activity Center.
Sarah, I am seeing the pattern here. All right.
Yes.
So we have
We have
5
several
items.
leases that are all separate items.
All
so,
separate items,
yes,
okay. So all 5, and this one is actually located in Maple Heights?
Correct.
Okay. How long have you been in this particular location? Since 2020 or?
We have owned this building for much longer than since 2020. But this Saw has leased it from us since 2020.
20.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. All right. Well, again, I'll make a motion that we move this to the full council under, with a full 3 readings.
Second.
All right.
You got it?
Next item?
We need a vote.
Oh, yes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right.
Resolution number 2026-0044, authorizing a revenue-generating agreement with Saw Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $263,880 for lease of 17,609 square feet of space at the Parma Adult Activity Center.
In the same
Oh,
one.
yep.
Same.
Yep, and another lease of one of our buildings.
The fourth of 5, right?
Yes.
We'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Be moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it. And Janine, I am the second, Janine. All right, our last item.
Resolution number 2026-0045, authorizing a revenue-generating agreement with Saw Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $121,487 for lease of 12,504 square feet of space at the Rocky River Adult Activity Center.
And again, the 5th of our 5 locations. And if, ready for a motion?
So moved.
Properly moved and seconded.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sarah.
That was maybe the greatest presentation of my entire time down here.
All
was
right, is
pretty
there
good.
any miscellaneous business? If not, our meeting is